personal on this one because, I've been through a lot, for, I'll probably say a year now. And, God has definitely did a lot of things in my life. But this one, I want to tell a personal story. So here we go. So this one, this is my first ever skateboard. As you can see, this is toe up and messed up. This is a really messed up board. And, I got this in 2015 on Christmas. And like, this is my first ever skateboard. I was a little kid and I was so excited. But, what I didn't realize years later was that this is actually a fake, like, Walmart skateboard. It's weak of use. It's horrible. It didn't work that well. I mean, it's taken apart for a reason. I tried to reassess it, but, it had plastic wheels and plastic everything. It was so bad. And when I took it apart, I merely broke it. I couldn't put it back together. So I was like, man, now I have no skateboard. And so, I'll probably say a couple weeks later, my friend Jeremiah, God bless him in Jesus' name, he gave me this spare skateboard. It's actually just a board, but it's a spare board that we call in skateboarding. And he gave me this board. He was like, hey, you can have it. I was like, word? And when he said it, I thought it was like a whole new skateboard, but like it wasn't. It was just this. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not gonna throw this away. Like I could still use this. It's pretty good. But I still didn't have a skateboard, and I'm getting a little upset because I'm like, I started praying. I'm like, God, I just really want, a skateboard, Jesus, because I already messed up my first one. I already messed up, the one I already had. So I'm like, Jesus, what am I gonna do about this? I'll probably say a month later, right? I go to this, this little community barbecue. There's a free skateboard there, and we did something really funny there. We had burned up this skateboard with like a fire, and like it was just a crispy skateboard. But I tested out, the skateboard was still pretty good, and I set it aside somewhere. This guy had randomly stepped on it because he thought it was just trash. He stepped on it, and when he stepped on it, he broke it. I was like, you have to be kidding me, because I planned to take that skateboard home. That broke my heart, because I'm like, God, I just was this close to taking the skateboard home, and he messed it up. I was fuming, and I let God in every single detail how I felt. That's not saying I cussed anything. I didn't do that. I was just being extremely honest with God. And so, my friend Nas, God bless him in Jesus' name, he was like, yo, I can help you out with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can get you a new skateboard. And so what he did was he gave me this board. Now, before it looked all like this was actually like a complete board. It had wheels on it and everything. Like, it was a brand new board. And don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna throw this away either, because it's still in pretty good use. It's still neatly used. But one time I was riding it to martial arts practice, and this part of the truck, it's called a truck, it broke off once I hit a curb. I was so angry. I was like, God, once again. And I thought this was the board. I thought this was the one God was going to give me. And he did give it to me. I was like, God, I thought this was the board. Why did you do this to me? I thought he did, but he didn't. But he was only trying to show me something. We getting there. I was like, God, I'm so angry. I'm so upset. I was like, man, we got to find glue somewhere. I never got to find glue. So, I wasn't able to fix this one. But it's still in pretty good use. I can still use the board. My friend, again, Nas, God bless him in Jesus' name, he helped me out. He said, yo, I got another board. My friend, Maxwell, he's like, yo, like, he's not even using it, so he gave me this board. Now, this board has a special story next to it because, one time I was, it doesn't even have a grip tape to it, but one time I was riding home from the skate park, we was having fun and all. It was nighttime, I was going home, and then, I was, this board, it didn't work that well because it kept getting wheel bite. And that's a whole different conversation of what that is. But if you know what wheel bite is, then you would know. So this board, it kept getting wheel bite. And then one time, I just, I stumbled over and I was riding on the sidewalk. And as I was, I slipped off of it. It went into the road. 2 cars went by and the second car ran over it. And you can see right there, it has a little crack on it. And I could show you the other truck, but it like snapped, man. Like it was broken. And I knew that night my life was spared because God kept telling me it was either you or the board, and I did not want you to get hurt. So obviously God was, showing me his love. He did not want me to get hurt. He saved my life that day. Glory to God. So I was like very upset that night. I was like, Jesus, you killing me with this. You gotta help me out with a new board. And so I probably say like a whole month later, I've been praying. God's been telling me, he's been showing me visions. He's like, yo, I'm gonna get you a new board. Just hold on. I'm gonna get you a new board. And so finally last night, without even expecting it, because I'm just waiting on him. To be honest, I kind of forgot that he told me he was going to do it. But God never forgets. He never forgets. He got me a new cruiser board, fresh and everything. fresh and everything. New wheels, new trucks, everything, bro. It's nice. You know, I got this last night, you know, from my guy, Sebastian, God bless him in Jesus' name. And he helped me out because he called me on the phone. Well, he called me from my sister's phone. He's like, yo, kind of bored, would you rather have a street board or, you know, a cruiser board? I was like, a cruiser, you know, and it's in between like a cruiser and a longboard, but I'm so extremely thankful because when my sister gave it to me, she was like, here. I was like, oh my gosh, it's a cruiser board. Like, I was like, yo, this is crazy because I did not expect it. Because see, God, if he did it once, he could do it again. God promised me, he said, I'm going to get you a new board if you just keep holding on. I held on, and I'm so grateful and thankful that I did because, you know, he's faithful to his word. And I don't know who needs to hear it. I don't know what you've been going through. God probably promised you something, and you're like, God, I'm tired of this. You keep stretching me out. You keep stretching out my faith. I'm getting angry at you because be honest, like we do get angry at God sometimes. You're like, God, I'm starting to get angry. I'm getting like just upset. I want to give up. I'm telling you right now, please don't give up because whatever it is, I can guarantee you're probably closer than you think you are. Please keep holding on because if I didn't, I probably wouldn't have got this. But you know, like I said, God is faithful to his word, so he probably would have so gave it to me just to prove who he is because God is faithful. He is just and he will do what he said he will do. So whatever it is, whatever God promised you, just keep holding on because God is faithful to his word. I pray this bless you in Jesus' name.